What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and I just want to let you guys know it's going to be really loud in this video in the background. My kids are upstairs with their grandparents. We had a birthday party yesterday, so it's a free-for-all here, so you're going to be hearing a lot in the background. It is what it is. I'm going to try and get through this video for you guys. Hit the like button, drop a comment down below, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on budget firearms. Tell me your thoughts on the CZ P-10m or the Stoeger STR-9SC or any variants that come off these lines, because they all make great firearms. Now, the CZ P-10m, I saw this for $229 on Palmetto State Armory. Unfortunately, they sold out at that price because $229 for a CZ quality firearm is a steal. I don't care that it's a single stack. I don't care what it is. Even if you just throw it in the safe and it sits there as an extra firearm to have and collect for $229, you can't beat it. The max I've seen it at is like $299. I think when I first bought it, I paid like $280 or something like that. So once again, CZ quality for $280, you can't beat it. But right now, it's between like $229 and $250. The Stoeger STR-9SC, the highest I've seen this thing for is like $310, but I've seen it as low as like $220. I think I paid $240 for mine. Absolutely love it because one, it's a Glock 26 style clone. The way it functions and the internals and stuff like that are a mimic of Glock, but at the same time it's basically the same size, just different ergonomics. They basically just took their own style and threw it on a Glock 26 and came out with what they came out with. So let's compare them. 7+1 on the left, single stack of 9mm, versus 10+1 on the right, 9mm, double stack. So obviously you can see the slide is much thicker on the Stoeger, and the grip is much thicker as well. And I've even added 2 layers of my own do-it-yourself, which I did a terrible job, grip tape too. So you can see how thin the P-10m really is. And this was designed to be a pocket pistol. The P-10m was designed for micro carry in your pocket. That's why there is no slide stop. And people go, oh, well, no slide stop, what do I do? Guys, I never use the slide stop. I release my slide using a slingshot. So I just slingshot it every time. I think that's best practice. That is how you should be doing it. You should not be relying on a slide release. It's a slide stop. But in this case, that doesn't bother me at all. It's just one less thing to snag on. What I really like about this is it's small enough to pocket carry, but at the same time it's big enough to carry as your main carry and be very shootable. On top of that, I have a +3 base plate, making it a 10+1 setup in the exact same size as a Glock 43X. So I can carry like this for concealability, but then I can have a 10-round OEM mag in 10+1, 11 rounds at 9mm as backup, or you can, vice versa, carry that as your main carry. But the fact that you can get all that for super cheap is unbelievable. I think the base plate cost me $40. So if you bought this for $250, another $40, that's $290. With a holster, that's $80. You're at $370, and you have a setup ready to go. Just gotta test it and train it and start running some defensive rounds through it. But it comes to the rail, awesome serrations, a beautiful finish on it. This finish is not going to rust. It's going to have a hard time wearing off. It's going to be able to take a beating. But the things I like about it, super ergonomic. Even if you can only fit 2 fingers on it, very, very ergonomic. When you have a good feel on this firearm, it's on point. It does have good texturing. I just like grips on my firearms. The trigger is not a CZ trigger, but I do like the shape of it. It's very easy to shoot. It's not going to be as light or as crisp as the other ones, but, sorry, not as light as the other ones. It's very crisp. It's also not going to be as short as the other ones, but that's what it was for. Pocket carry, a get-off-me gun, stuff like that. But once I started putting more and more rounds through it, once I hit 300, 400 rounds, the trigger got better and better and better. It started to remind me of my Walther PPS-M2, how that trigger got better and better and better with time, and that's exactly what is happening here with the CZ. It's been 100% reliable, over 1,000 rounds, both defensive ammos and ball ammo. This thing is absolutely great. And I get it's a single stack, but who cares? It's a backup firearm, a backpack firearm. You're hiking, walking the dog, going to the park with the kids. Just something simple where you're going to be in a safe environment, but want something on you that you know is going to go bang every time and is good quality. Then right here we have the Stoeger STR-9SC. Now I wouldn't be as confident about this if I didn't have its big brother, the the STR-9SC, the compact, the bigger brother. And what's great about this is it can take all the larger magazines. It can take the full-size mag, the compact mag, and so on. So for home defense, you get home, you can throw that larger 17-round mag in, right? It also has a rail, so you can mount a light on it. So the point is, you can have it at this 10+1 setup. Very easy to carry as your main carry. You could pocket carry if you wanted to. But when you get home, you can now turn this into your home defense firearm. So it covers all 3 areas of carry. Pocket carry, appendix or 3 o'clock main carry, and home defense. It shoots like a full size. It shoots just like a Glock 26, if not the recoil maybe being a little bit better. The trigger is definitely better than my stock Glock 26s, and I like the flat trigger. The flat face trigger is actually really nice on this firearm, which I'll show you real quick. I mean, it is so crisp and clean. It's nothing special. It's just a self-defense trigger, and it's exactly where it needs to be. Definitely nicer than your average Glock trigger. Also, it has that nice big trigger guard for people like me that live in cold areas that need a gloved finger to enter that trigger guard without manipulating the trigger and accidentally having it go off. Sorry, I need water real quick. But what I will say is the finish is definitely not as nice as the CZ, but it's still a really good finish, and on my other Stoeger, it's really held up. My other Stoeger has over 1,000 rounds through it, not a single issue. This just has a couple 100 rounds, 300, 400 rounds through it, not a single issue either. It runs hollow points, defensive ammo. Now, I haven't tried any specialty defensive ammo out of it, but just your regular HSTs, gold dots, stuff like that, it's ran 100% flawlessly. The positives about this are the ergonomics. Definitely, yes, you only get 2.5, 2 fingers on it, but the ergonomics feel really good. The texturing is really nice on this back strap, up front, and also the finger grooves are better than the Gen 3 Glocks because A, it's got a better undercut, but at the same time, they made them bigger to fit more hands, more fingers, more hand sizes, and stuff like that. So they did a great job with that. Also, the slide stop, very easy to use, very snag-free though, doesn't get in the way. Like I said, it has a rail like a Glock 26 doesn't. Has front serrations like a Gen 3, Gen 4 Glock doesn't. Rear serrations, and the serrations aren't too aggressive, but they work really well. And they also come with metal 3-dot white sights, which Glock comes with crap polymer junk sights, which you have to swap out immediately. Otherwise, if you drop it, you're going to break some sights. I've broken probably 20 pairs of Glock sights in my lifetime, and just is what it is. But they run great stainless steel mags, reliable. Like I said, 10+1, that's plenty in self-defense. The only thing is, it only comes with 1 mag, so you will have to buy another mag right after you purchase it, because you need a minimum of 2 magazines if you're going to be carrying a firearm, and you should want probably anywhere from 2 to 6 if you're going to be going to the range and stuff like that. But if you don't have the money for it, you can get by with just having 2 mags, a main, and a backup. But you will not be able to find sleeves to fit those gaps on those larger mags, as they have not come out yet, but hopefully someone will 3D print some sleeves and start selling them around. The other thing is, it is hard to find Stoeger magazines, so if you can find them, jump on them. But Stoeger's just having a hard time keeping up with production, because a lot of people are catching on to these Stoeger firearms being great firearms. And I know they just released their micro compact, which we will be testing soon on this channel. But those are the things I like about it. Like I said, the thing I don't like about it is the finish overall isn't the greatest. But other than that, it's a great firearm. It's a great clone. I like it better than my G3C. I just think it's an awesome, awesome firearm, super slept on, and for $230, $240, this can be a truck gun, a going fishing gun, just protection in areas where you don't care if this thing takes an absolute beating. So I absolutely love the Stoeger STR-9SC. Things I love about the CZ, P-10m, the finish is unbelievable. It's CZ finish. You're going to have 0 issues. I love the sights being metal sights. Love them. They're very easy to shoot, 3-dot sights. I love that they have memory pads on there. To help remind yourself, keep your thumb here, fight some recoil, and then keep your finger off the trigger. Your brain will attach itself and remember, okay, yes, my finger is now in the right spot. The ergonomics are on point. The trigger could be better, but it's still decent. It has a rail. The #1 downside between the two of these are finding holsters that are good holsters, even though Vetter makes awesome holsters for the P-10m, so that's what I carry in. But also, if you carry a light, you're going to have a hard time finding a light firearm combo holster for these firearms. It just is what it is. But there are custom shops that will do it for you and stuff like that. But during the daytime, I don't even carry with the light, and I have designated setups for nighttime carry with lights on them. But 2 amazing budget firearms that cost between $229 and $310, somewhere in there, that you cannot go wrong with. Neither of them have let me down. Like I said, my bigger version of this Stoeger Compact has not let me down either, and man, it's a smooth shooter. The compact only has 13 rounds, and it's about the size of a Glock 19, but still, 13 plus 1, once again, that's plenty of rounds for a self-defense encounter. Love these firearms, can't go wrong with them, and especially nowadays with how expensive life is, these are the way to go. Anyways, guys, hit the like button, drop a comment down below. Thanks for putting up with all the noise and all the distractions in the background. Appreciate it. Thanks.